biggest problem the average African student makes when it comes to the UK is, while you are doing that principal thing that brought you to the UK, try doing something else alongside it. And I'll explain what I mean. So you come to the UK to do a master's degree, okay? In the first 3 months, you are just seeing smoke because there is reports to write. Christina, she keeps laughing. There is reports to write, essays to submit, meetings to attend. 3 months is just gone by. This what actually happens in reality. I'm saying so because it happened to me too. So 6 months have gone by, you're literally from one thing to the other. You can squeeze in a little part-time job of working in a care home like I did, in between this lecture to notes and lecture notes to reports. And before you know it, by the 8th month, then the first time you think, wait a minute, the next few weeks or few months, I will be finishing the masters. So what do I do? Now, you now launch yourself into a frenzy. So where you get to panic mode. And so whatever comes your way, you take. I did a small post just yesterday, and I was saying, sorry. Okay, so he just reminded me I'm supposed to just talk for 5 minutes. I'm supposed to do like a teaser to my big talk. So I'm hoping that you will come for the big talk after that break. Okay? So anyway, and I was thinking, I've had too many stories of African students who have spent 10 million naira, I don't know, 20,000 pounds for tuition fees to come and study in the UK. And after their masters, I asked them, what job are you? What are you doing now? I'm a laborer. I've spent 10,000 pounds doing a master's degree in chemical engineering. And afterwards, I asked the student, so where are you working now? I'm a carer in an old people's home. Except you are analyzing some chemicals in the home. I have no idea what you're doing in a care home for the elderly after spending that much money doing a master's in chemical engineering. It's a disconnect between all that expectation and the reality you face. But interestingly, there are actual strategies to make you navigate and get it done well. On that note, I'm keeping you hanging. Because after break, I want to bombard you with strategies of how to do it and do it well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Akan. I can't wait to hear those strategies. So I think it's time for the lunch break. How many?
Let's go like 30 minutes please. It's time to have a lunch. Let's just take a break and then of course get to know each other. The lunch is at the foyer here. Please let's come along and get to know each other, exchange conversation and of course exchange contacts. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. What's your
Where have you been all my life? When I teach, don't talk to me. I did some work for yes. we have to manage.
Yes.
Just saying that there's a challenge. Don't talk here about What about it?
Yes.
Just this one, someone said, you just see the text with October. So
Yes.
any opportunity that
Female engineer. And I'm talking in the 80s. I'm talking in the 80s because
Yes.
And the more I keep telling that, nobody's going to say no false exactly the actual company training. We have to do our best to protect.
Very much so.
I don't know how the
Yes. That's exactly the problem. Yes.
See what I know.
I always give the example of countries like China. I always give the example of what Lee Kuan Yew did in this country, in Singapore. And I was, there's one article, because usually when people say they say I have my head in the clouds. There is one, where was it? This is one article that I posted on my WhatsApp group, but it's about the trade between UK and Zimbabwe. And it was taken from because I saw one article on newszimbabwe.com, and I was just synthesizing the information to say, gentlemen, most of you are either farming or you know someone who is farming. Here's the UK talking about how they are looking for lucrative markets, open up new channels where they can get all this organic produce, and the funding is available. What are you guys doing about it? People just read the article and they were like, you and your fiction, you've started again. I said, that's the problem. That's exactly where the problem is. Yeah, you guys, as soon as you grow your business, you're taking it to a great marketing board, you're expecting your small checks, but you're not looking at all these other opportunities. Like, for example, I grew up on a farm, and one of our neighbors is going home, and he's a farmer as well. And on his farm, he's got a meat processing plant. He's got an agro resort. Yeah, exactly.
International standard.
Exactly. You go there, he makes his acha. You go there, he makes his biltong. He's got branding. The works. Yeah, you go there. Because his farm is near a highway. There's a filling station, and when the cars come in, there's a beautifully well manicured gardens with a restaurant and like a resort. You can actually book into one of those places. And I was saying, exactly, this guy is on the same land. You guys, some of you are within yards of his farm. You
are selling it raw.
Exactly. I said, if you just take a look at the margins that he's making in all the different offerings that he has and how his business is diversified, even if the crop doesn't do particularly well that year, but look at the branding around it, exactly. So all those services, the various service levels he's occupying at entry level when he's producing from the soil, he's processing some of the stuff, he's selling you go and buy his Lion's Jones, you go and buy Jones's Lion's Den Archer, you buy his processed and pickled onions, you go and buy and it doesn't occur to you to do the same or exactly.
It's just a curiosity. Go and find out.
Thank you. I was here, I went to do a tour, because I work with Cambridge University, and I went to do a tour of Park Farm, that's the university's farm.
Right.
And they produce almost all the electricity on the farm.
Yes.
They just collect all the dung, and they have a biogas processing plant there.
Yes.
And the guy, I put it all on video. I really should put it on YouTube. And I said, most of you are farmers. How much does it cost to build a biogas digester? No, really. You fiction. I said, no. I'll put
Nobody's doing it.
I downloaded the papers and I put the plan. I said, here is the plan. Can you not get masons right there? Can you not get bricklayers right there? And you get consultation. There are people there who are trying to build these digesters to make them airtight. You can, right now, once you build that thing, yes, hello. I said, once you build one, you know, like even 6 cubic meters just to provide your own household, all that cow dung that you have, if you just have a system of collecting it and feeding that digester, exactly, you now funnel that. And I put everything in terms of the measurements and in terms of how to run the gas from the systems. I said, this thing, all you just need to do is make sure it's well fed, and also you just need to make sure that you clean it out every now and again. What you get in terms of the substrate, trust me, it's a lot more effective for your organic farming. And in terms of avoiding deforestation, because you go to a lot of these villages, I was there about 2-3 years ago, most of them are decimated. People are going chopping down firewood. What is that for cooking? I said, you can have a digester right now. There are people in the villages who did not see a day in school, who are running a Bunsen burner pipe from their digester into their house.
Like getting power.
You get by getting exactly. You use that for cooking. You use that for gas lamps. You use that if you are running chickens. You can use that for hatchery. Especially because with colder months there. You can use that to warm up your poultry.
Yes.
You can use that for many things. Now you don't have to go out and look for firewood. You don't have to go and get bitten by snakes. You don't have to spend hours out there.
The ecosystem is recycled.
The ecosystem, exactly.
It's fully circular.
Exactly. The one in Cambridge, the one I was touring, once you see the sludge when it comes out on the side, it doesn't smell, and you can dry it. You can now package it and sell it as cheap organic fertilizer. No chemicals involved. And it's more absorbent, or it's more effectively absorbed by the agricultural crops. Yes. You're getting free gas that just comes all the time. They produce, it's like the Cambridge University, if you get a chance to get to Park Farm, it's an ecosystem there. They say almost all the electricity right there is produced by cow dung. Just the cow dung there.
I think we should be in touch.
Yeah.
I think we should be in touch, because what are those?
I tell my people, they just say, what fiction is this? I said, guys, open your eyes.
One of the things I've started lately, is like podcasting.
Yeah.
You see, these topics that you are saying.
Yes.
I have a studio now that I've booked in London, and I have a few hours every month. I have a set few hours.
Yes.
Where we can have topical discussions. We can go on for 2 hours about it.
Yes.
We can put the clips together.
Yes.
All the bits that you have done, all the projects. We can start we can all just, like the way they say in my country, they say all of us cannot sleep.
Yes.
And put our head in one direction.
Exactly. No, that's a powerful expression. I love it.
We must now start saying, okay, you that you want to pack as Dr. said,
Yes,
these are the things you can actually do.
Yeah.
Because it's true. One thing I have found, and it is so, even with the number of us that are here today, we did not fill the room, but we have enough experience.
We can change things. Just follow. You're right.
Exactly. We are not telling the stories enough. We just need to get it out. There are young people that can actually put their energy into things. They just need some little backing. They need proof, from research that has been done. And say, okay, if we assemble this thing together and we switch on the fire, it will on.
Exactly.
They will do the run around.
Yeah.
They will do the run around. And the problem that we now have, as Dr. was saying earlier, is that may all of us that got the opportunity to come here acquire the knowledge and see all of these things.
Yes.
We must not die with that vision.
Because it's unforgivable.
That will be tragic, man.
We can see the anti-immigrant sentiment that is growing now.
Yes.
That sentiment is growing now, and is growing like wildfire.
Yes.
Which means that there will be so many people that will not be able to come here the way we came. Because the sentiment is now that
it's changed.
So now that we are here, we have had all this experience. How can we quickly replicate it in another person?
Quickly.
Younger, just run with the fire, run with the energy, and just keep going with it.
Exactly.
Because we need it. We need it. If somebody is not picking up in Zimbabwe, we put it online and we put it on YouTube, somebody will pick it in Ghana.
Thank you, my brother.
Somebody will pick it in Nairobi. Somebody will see it in Kinshasa. Somebody will pick it up.
That's exactly what it is.
We cannot be in this academic community, Cambridge, intersecting with Anglia Ruskin in the same city, and we have professionals in the city, and we cannot say, no, this knowledge that is going around, what you saw on that farm.
Yes.
How can we just...
When I look at what they're doing on that farm, and I look at the energy poverty, the power deficit, which is it's virgin territory. And the guy, because the guy who runs the whole thing, he said, I have a whole day for you. I will walk you through from the day the cows are born to the day they start producing the manure to the day we make electricity. I will spend the whole day. And I said, he spent like no stone unturned.
You know the funny thing? The funny
Yeah.
thing is that there is no shortage of people like that
Yeah.
want to show us.
Exactly.
That want to show
The
us.
shortage of people who want to
Yeah,
learn.
they want to learn. When I was showing people this video, because the video is nearly an hour long,
Yes.
and they're like, because I cut it into
Yeah.
bits. And there's only one part which is a little bit automated. This is when it gets a little bit sophisticated. But they said, this is because we just try to, because the farm really is run by 6 men full time. And it's a big farm. He said, because a lot of our systems are automated. They even have, robotics for feeding the cows and everything. But he said, you don't need any of that. But in terms of energy security,
You can do that.
you can do that. And before you take out the dam to do whatever, you can make electricity with this. Anything, any power deficit that you have solar, you have wind, and you don't need the grid. You will sell to the grid.
The Agbara that David mentioned earlier,
Yes.
that Agbara has, I think it has about all the big Unilever